Earl, sack that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's peep the squad. Big Pat shelling, Dante the dark child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
What's going on, Berg family? This is Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans, and you are with your boy Pat Sandlin. It's just me today. Everybody else is off doing what they got to do. Getting ready for this playoff game on Sunday at 4:30 here at the link. As everybody prepare, we want to give a shout out to our DarkKnight. He's a little bit under the weather. He will be on here on Sunday. My brother's in town. He will be here on Sunday. Hopefully, Nichelle will be everything's be right with Nichelle. She should be on here on Sunday. But one thing I gotta let you know right now. Shout out to my wife, Stephanie Sandlin, because I will be at the game. I will not be on Sunday. But that's neither here nor there. We still got a long way to go. What's going on, family? It's good to see everybody tuning in. Make sure you share this page with your friends, your family, and everybody. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Eagles Talk, and Instagram. I'm going to get this thing started. I'm not going to belabor it. Yes, we're going to talk about the Commanders game. The backups versus most of their starters, except the starting quarterback. We're going to get into that. Then we're going to get into this injury report and the 49ers coming into town. So you are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Here at Eagles Talk, we like to do something a little bit different. We are a very unique show, the #1 show on Facebook, so we like to drink. Especially me, I like to drink. I don't drink too often now because it's 2016 is my resolution to cut back on drinking, but as long as we're in the playoffs, I will have a sip and a shot to our Philadelphia Eagles. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I'm cracking open a brand new bottle of Woodford Reserve, the one I was supposed to have with the white label. To our Philadelphia Eagles as we make this playoff push to repeat as Super Bowl champions. All right, there we go. You hear that chuck down the pipe. Yes. All right, so let me know what you're drinking out there. I am again. Yeah, I know it's not 2016, 2026. I'm sorry. I'm drinking a Woodford Reserve. And down to our Philadelphia Eagles down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the
Whew. I'm the salesman. I'm the talk man. I am the person that put all the stuff on the dashboard. I am by myself today. So I'm definitely going to rely on you out there to start this conversation, to spark this conversation up and get more involved with what's going on with our Philadelphia Eagles. This past weekend, we played the Washington Commanders, and we fell to them 24-17. It was an ugly game. Backups were terrible. Well, I'm not going to say the backups were terrible. Some of the offensive linemen were terrible. Shout out to Dante Smith. He got over 1,000 yards. So now on a season, we have 2,000-yard receivers, a 3,000-yard passer with 25 touchdowns plus some extra on the ground, and we have a 1,100-yard rusher in Saquon Barkley. So we have threats. We have also a tight end that led all tight ends to receiving touchdowns. So we do have some very impressive stats for the season. But that means nothing going forward. This last game showed us that Tanner McKee can be a very capable backup when he has starters in front of him, meaning he has a starter offensive line. But you put him behind a second string, third string, practice squad, offensive line, and you see what you get. There were some ups, there were some downs. For us to be able to almost win this game with our backups speaks volumes on how bad the Washington Commanders really are. Listen, I would love to win this game and start in the season at 12-5, but that's not the objectives. The objective is not to be the best during the regular season. The objective is to be the best during the postseason. Uh, you can have all the records you want. You could be the offensive player of the year. That means nothing. You could be the MVP, kill it during the season. In the playoffs, you can get kicked out like Josh Allen. You could be the best running back to ever grace the football field, who's hard, who's hard to tackle like a Barry Sanders, and still not get to the Super Bowl. You can be undefeated like New England Patriots and lose to a 9-7 team on the season. You can be one of the greatest quarterbacks ever on one of the greatest teams ever in Dan Marino. Get to the Super Bowl and lose. So your regular season stats does not mean anything. All right. We could talk about the Commanders. We could talk about how stout the defense was actually looking with some of the backups, and how how some guys should never set foot on a defensive field. Um, Jacorian Bennett, and listen, for all of what Keely Ringo gives to you, he's a special teamer only. If he has to play corner, we're in trouble. Um, but it's not what you do for in the season. It's what you do during the postseason. I would love for this team to start picking it up, show some other things that we haven't seen, some more crossing routes, some RPOs, and get this team in a tizzy. Listen, they're right there for us to beat up on the 49ers. Some other things in this game, Jeremiah Trotter led the defense with 12 total tackles, 5 solos, and a tackle for loss. Jahad Campbell had some good plays. He had 10 tackles. Our defensive front, Brandon Graham played a heck of a lot during this game. It's full circle, huh? Normally he don't play the last game. Now he's playing this last game. Nolan Smith got some snaps. We got a lot of pressures, but we didn't get any sacks against Josh Johnson. We got an interception. Shout out to Jalix Hunt, who led the Philadelphia Eagles in sacks with 6.5 and interceptions, which is rare at 3 total interceptions. That's surprising. We did have a few injuries. Grant Cacratera went down with an ankle injury. Thought it was bad, but he actually participated in this game. Not this game. He participated in practice. It had it been a regular season game, and playoff game, and we needed him in there, he would have went back in. There were some bad things, and there were some good things. We know what backups we can use in the playoffs, and we know what backups we cannot depend on at all. But right now, we're going to this playoff very healthy, and that's a good thing. Lane Johnson has returned back from being injured. Jalen Carter is back. Jalen Phillips is back. All these guys are rested and ready to go. Our injury report reads as such. If I could pull it up, it would be great. So right now, as far as our injury report, we're very hostile. Landon Dixon didn't participate in practice today, and Brett Tooth didn't participate in practice. Landon, they held him out for rest. Brett Tooth has actually had a concussion. Toth, I'm sorry. Limited participation was Grant Cancarteri. He actually participated. Jalen Carter participated. Dallas Goddard participated. And Lane Johnson was back at practice. Full participation. And if you didn't see the interview with N'Kobe Deans, and the guy asked, "Why are you going to play?" He is playing. He was full participant during practice. Marcus Epps, they opened a window for Aziz Aljalari. He was a full participant. And Jalen Phillips was a full participant. For the San Francisco 49ers, Trent Williams actually returned back to practice, but Ricky Pearsall, the wide receiver, did not. Trent Williams was a limited participant. He's dealing with a hamstring issue. If any of y'all play offensive line, if you have a hamstring issue, you cannot anchor. So it's only Thursday. They have 3 more days. Well, tomorrow to give out a full report of who's going to be playing and who's not. And even if they say he's playing, we still got 90 minutes before the game, whether he's going to be active or not. So they have a lot of missing pieces. All right. The 49ers has a lot of missing pieces, predominantly their defense. Linebackers. They just lost another linebacker. Not only did they lose one of the staples at linebacker in Fred Warner, they lost a linebacker, Tatum Bethune. He's out for the rest of the season with a groin injury. Winters is out with an ankle injury. Luke Grifford, what's his name? Luke Crawford, whatever, is out too. So they're down to guys off the street. Literally, guys off the street will be playing in this game. Kaiser White, who used to be a Philadelphia Eagle, is playing this game. Eric Kendricks, who was a staple of Minnesota, who has went around the league so far with Dallas, and now with the 49ers, will be playing in this game. Whew. That San Francisco linebackers crew is, if we don't run the ball this week, I will personally walk over to the NovaCare Center after the game and tell Howie and Jeffrey Lurie to get rid of our offensive coordinator. But let me stop procrastinating and get to some comments, because we have everybody talking, and I appreciate y'all tuning in for me and for Eagles Talk. John D. Batista is first in the chat room. He said South Carolina Bird game checking in. Let's go. Yep. Tina, what up, Tina? My wife said, and you will be at the game with me. I already let everybody know I will be at the game this Sunday. My brother is here. Shout out to Paris. Listen, I'm confident that we will handily defeat the 49ers. I'm confident too. I'm very confident. I'm so confident that I'm going to the game. Stephanie said, I've been drinking espresso martinis with Hennessy. No more drinks from me. You better drink some water. We already had some predictions going up here from Rich Fit Wells from off of YouTube. 3110 Birds. What's going on, Eddie? Paris said, if our starters versus theirs, we will have won the game. No doubt. I understand that if we played our starters in this game, we will definitely win this game. And another thing is going on about, us playing Devontae Smith this year and not playing Saquon Barkley last year and getting the record. They keep asking, what's the significance of Devontae Smith getting 1,000 yards? Well, listen, we missed out on 1,000 yards last year because we rested him. And I know we only had about 100 yards to get Saquon the record or something like that, 127 yards or 113 yards to give him the record. But the running back and the wide receiver positions are two totally different positions. As a running back, you can get more banged up and stuff of that nature than as a wide receiver. Even though you saw Devontae high point the ball in traffic, but at the end of the day, we did what was right last year, and we did what we thought was right this year. Get Devontae over 1,000 yards and sit his butt right after that. Eddie said, Sunday was coaching malpractice. I also want to know why Ringo's doing this. Eddie, relax. He's a special teamer. All right. For special teams, he's one of the best guns in the NFL, meaning he has the speed to beat a double team, a single team, and get to the ball and make tackle. Our punt coverage team has been very good this year because of that. So as a cornerback, no, he's not a cornerback. If anything, they need to see that and move him to safety. But what he did when Josh Johnson was running to the end zone was unimaginable. I as a defensive back, I kind of understand what he was thinking. He has to get to the next person to see, because he can throw the ball, but the immediate threat was right in your face. You should have went up there and made that tackle. Wilbert Jones, Virginia in the house, go Birds. My brother said the regular season has importance because the current playoff structure rewards a mediocrity. The Panthers should not be hosting a playoff game at 8-9. I agree with that, but what I'm talking about the regular season, I'm talking about the records, the accomplishments, the stuff of the nature. After you secure a playoff spot, what you did in the regular season means absolutely jack. I don't care about home field position. There has been teams that have went through home field to do these other places and beat them. For instance, our Philadelphia Eagles, we lost to the Buccaneers, to the Carolina Panthers at home with home field advantage. That doesn't mean anything. It's not what you do during the season. Yes, we want you to get that record so you can be playoff eligible, but it's what you're going to accomplish in the playoffs that can take you to over that hill. Um, Palatero, hello, sir. Kaiser White and Eric Kendricks at linebackers. If we don't run the ball down they damn throats. Trent Williams is doubtful. Yes, he is. There are a lot of coaches available. I will talk about that a little bit later. What up, man? Pat Sandlin, what's your thoughts? Is KP done at the end of the season no matter what? Well, he's probably going to have a coaching position available. Believe it or not, this is funny. So we heard Jonathan Gannon got fired from the Arizona Cardinals, and we were very upset about Jonathan Gannon because he took a interview during the Super Bowl, right? When we played in Arizona, but he took a interview in Arizona. Full circle, the San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator just took an interview with the Arizona Cardinals. That's crazy. Patero said, "I want Brian Leftwich. You know what? I want somebody that's willing to stake their claim as a offensive coordinator. Nothing more, nothing less, but as an offensive coordinator. All right. This a Patero. You want a lot of people. Jeez. But I do think KP is done at the end of the season here because he might get a coaching job somewhere else, man. Kittles is middle of the field. Yeah, they said Kittle, he's gonna play. George Kittles has an ankle, tape it up, drug him up. He's gonna play. He's definitely gonna play. Let me get some newer comments real quick. Yes. Kingsbury is available. Kingsbury says he's going to take some time, and he's a weird dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kingsbury is a very weird individual. But let me end this. Let me end this corner. Let's get this another shot up here real quick, since I'm the sound guy.
And that's the end of the quarter.
So you're listening and watching the Eagles Talk. The number one Eagles Talk group on Facebook is for Eagles fans by Eagles fans. Here at Eagles Talk, we like to do something very different. We're like the drink champs of the internet. Far as Eagles Talk, there is. We like to drink our favorite adult beverage, and adult beverage is anything that you prefer. It can be juice, it can be flavored water, it can be coffee, it can be tea, it can be peppermint mocha, like DarkKnight. Anything that you call an adult drink is your drink. Just don't let it be water. You don't share it with water. But to our Philadelphia Eagles, as we get ready for this playoff game, let us know what you're drinking out there. Please be responsible if you're drinking any real adult hard liquor. I am doing the Wilford Reserve. And to our Philadelphia Eagles, as we get ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
All right. Woo. DarkKnight is drinking the Starbucks here. Peppermint mocha. Ooh, that got some bite on it. All right. Richard Layden is out there drinking the Crown Royal in Ultra Light. Some things I saw and heard this weekend was after this game, as we get ready for the San Francisco 49ers, was that we played teams that had bad run defenses, and we gave up on the run. This week, we're playing a team that has a good cornerbacks. I would say they have some decent cornerbacks. They have their safety coming back, J.R. Brown. He will be back. Lindor is a very good corner, the number 2. So I really think we don't need to attack them in the air. We need to figure this run game out, and we need to dominate their front 7. All right, they're playing with guys off the street. Yes, that sounds like cliche-ish. That sounds like an upset. There is these guys off the streets. They're professional players and they could play ball. Kazir showed you he could play ball when he was here as a linebacker for the Eagles, underweight linebacker, but he can fly to the ball sideline to sideline. Eric Kendricks, he was very good with Minnesota. Very good. He was a Pro Bowler. I think he was on the cusp of being an All Pro, but Fred Warner and Bobby Wagner always took it from him. He was that good. Are those times behind him? I believe so. I don't believe they're going to step up and be dynamic in the run game, but we have to prove it. Lane Johnson is back this week. We have our full complement of offensive linemen back this week. They had a bye week last week. That whole offensive line didn't play a single down last week. Our running back, Saquon Barkley, didn't play a single down. A.J. Brown didn't play a single down. Dallas Goedert didn't play a single down. Jalen Hurts did not play a single down last week. This week, I need these guys to wake up and realize that they are the bullies of the NFC. They are the bullies of the NFC. The way we work is that this whole year, people wondering what was the foundation of this team. What is this team? We're a running team. We're a running team. When we're able to run the ball, that opens up everything else. Meaning passes over the middle to AJ, Dallas Goedert, and Devontae Smith. Deep passes, out passes to Jahan Dotson. Swing passes to Saquon Barkley. Pop passes to Grant Cortera. This here, when you're able to functionally have a running game, and I mean functional, I mean not getting 2 yards a pop. I'm talking about 4, 6 yards a pop. Now teams have to more or less respect the run game, and that opens up a whole variety of things. Because best believe they're going to have an eye on AJ Brown. They're going to have an eye on AJ Brown. Who's going to cover Devontae Smith, Jahan Dotson, and Dallas Goedert? But we have to establish the run. Let me get to some comments real quick. Patero said, N'Kobe Dean and Zach Bond has to stop CMC. Listen, CMC is a monster on himself. Yes, he is that good. And I need these guys to step up and eliminate him out the game. If you're able to eliminate CMC, that's half of their offense. That means running the ball, screens, pass routes, because these dangers are all facets of the offense. Wilbur Jones is also doing some down. So, yeah, he doing is Richard Layton in Wilbur Jones. I've been drinking. This is my second shot. He's doing Don Julio tequila. All right. Eddie said, "Look, we all have to do is not play prevent offense. Keep the pedal absolutely." I am starting this comment right now. I'm putting a star next to his comment, Eddie, because this is what the offense needs. This, KP, is what you need to focus on. When you're scoring, it's no need to be cute. Continue to dominate the game like we did in the doggone Super Bowl. When they went for the dagger play, when they could just ran the clock out. Make it happen. Whew. Palzera said, Purdy having PTSD, especially his arm scared of Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Hunt, Phillips, Smith, Graham. Wow, rotation, Ojomo. We have a great rotation. I'm not gonna lie to you. We have a great rotation, and I'm so surprised at Jalen Hunt. I thought he was going to be something special, but he has a very, very good motor. Jalen Phillips, that one game away, his motor might be ramped back up. Jalen Carter, he's listen, he went to the Pro Bowl. He wasn't even there for half of the games. Jordan Davis is living up to the billing to be a all-pro defensive tackle. I don't care about Pro Bowl, all-pro defensive tackle. Listen, you played Graham in the middle. He has revitalized his career. I, I I'm not even sure if he doesn't come back next year. If he just say, you know what, I need to come back next year. Um, yeah, no, Grant was at practice. They wrapped it up. Thank goodness that hip drop tackle from the defender last week that should have been a penalty. That's what they preached about, right? The refs preach about that. The competition committee preach about those tackles. That was a prime example of a hip drop tackle. It's football, though. My brother, what's going on, Shell? I know you out there doing your thing. I'll see you probably later on. Keep Grant can't block it out of running the ball. Yeah, you know what? I kind of agree with that because we do have another guy that can. He does very good in run blocking. Um, I- I'm drawing a blank of his name right now. I'll pull it up in a second. But he's very good at there it is. He's pretty decent at blocking. Actually, Darius Cooper is a very good blocker. He's taking up for Johnny Wilson, he's on the IR because Johnny Wilson was a physical blocker for how tall he was and not actually be able to catch the ball. He was a physical blocker, something that we actually kind of miss. And our fullback, uh, can't see the Cameron Latahu. He's our fullback. He's actually tight end. He's a very good blocker. Paltera said Cooper on Kittles. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I haven't really dove into the 49ers roster per se yet. I will in a moment. But I think there's some more threats out there. Like for instance, if CMC ends up in motion, he comes out in the flat as a wide receiver. I'd rather see Cooper on him. All right, I know they will probably go to Kittles at that particular time, but I don't want to see Zach Baum trying to cover CMC. I want to see uh uh Cooper DeJohn Cooper DeJohn on CMC in those situations, and I want to see Zach Baum on Kittles in those situations, and free up N'Kobe Dean the blitz because he's an excellent blitzer and he's a very good play recognizer. He studies the defense. That's why it's gonna be very difficult at the end of the season after the Super Bowl, after we win the Super Bowl, to not re-sign N'Kobe Dean because he is the linchpin of our defense. To be honest with you, he is. Syria has a killer mentality all week. He has been. Latahu, yes. I can't. Patala, Patero, I can't say his name. I've been drinking. Come on, man. You know who I am. My brother said we need to run the ball and slow the game down. The defense needs to force the pass. I like our DBs against theirs. Um, I like our DBs too, but again, I like our defensive backs. All right, so I'm not gonna sit there and say I don't like our defensive backs. I love our defensive backs. I think our defensive backs, we have a advantage when it comes to our defensive backs against whatever receivers they throw out at us. Because right now, as it pertains to their receivers, they're going to be down some guys. Ricky Pearsall, who's their speed guy. Um, Jacob Crowning, even though he was a full participant, he says doubtful that they might play because it was a hamstring injury. Uh, Besides that, Jaquan Jennings, I think is another receiver they have. So I mean, I think we can outlast the receivers, but it depends on what Vic Fangio runs against this particular offense. We have to have the killer mentality, like Patero said, right? Killer mentality all week. Killer mentality. Keep that killer mentality in the game. I love what you said, Shell. Run the ball, slow the game down, but we don't need to run the ball, slow the game down. Yes, run the ball and dominate the game. Keep the clock moving. Keep the clock moving. If you're putting up points at a good clip, keep putting up points. If you're able to to gouge this team and put up 14 points every quarter, continue to put up 14 points every quarter. If the pass game is working and you're being dominant in the pass game, continue to be dominant. Be the Grim Reaper to the 49ers. That's what I want you to be. Jalen Hurts has to scramble and run. We need to bring the RPO back to this offense. RPO with this offense is deadly. And it's not like Jalen don't know how to run the RPO. He does know how to run the RPO, and he has been successful running the RPO. We need that back here, KP. Jackie Myers, how you doing? I like our D-backs as long as Ringo. Listen, I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. As long as Ringo and Ja'Cory and Bennett is not back there, I think we have a great chance at winning this game. And it's not, me being a homer or anything like that, because I could sit there and say all the things in the world. We're at 10 times better than the 49ers. They are injured. They have no depth right now, and we come out there and lay an egg. That's not me being a homer. Right now, they have some good players. They have Jawan Jennings as a wide receiver, who has been very productive. DeMarcus Robinson, who's been productive for them. They have Christian McCaffrey, Brian Robertson Jr. Those two together are very productive, short game and long game. They have a Pro Bowl fullback in Kyle Juszczyk. Kendrick Bourne is a speed guy. Sky Moore is a speed guy, quick speed guy. These are who they have in these positions. And if we don't respect them, if we don't come out there with respect for this team, they can very well kick us out in the first round at home. And if trust and believe that happens, I'm not coming down on the field. I am not coming down on the field. I lied to you right there. All right. But on defense, they do have some good guys on defense. They have some very good guys besides some linebackers. DeMore Lenore is a very good corner. That's it. Ronaldo Green is a good corner, I guess, but they're they are depleted. I'm sorry, they're very depleted. I'm looking at this thing. It's like they're all injured. They got Bryce Huff, and with that, I'm going to end this quarter. No disrespect.
And that's the end of the quarter.
All right, you're watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. You're here with Pat. I'm by myself today. Let me know what you're feeling about this game. Give me some keys. What do you think are the keys for us to win this game? All right. As we go into this third quarter, I am drinking Wilford Reserve, the white label. As you see, the white label, the other one had the red label. I'm doing the white label. This is good. This is very good. This is very tasteful. If I was doing a whiskey, a bourbon review, I would suggest this and pair it with a good cigar. But I don't smoke in the house, so therefore I'm not smoking. Let me know what you're drinking out there as we salute our Philadelphia Eagles as we get ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers as they travel from the left coast to the east coast. And it's going to be lovely. It's going to be lovely on Sunday. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be in the 50s on Sunday. Can you believe that for a wild card game? It's not snowing. It's going to be about 46, maybe 50 degrees in the sun. 40 at 4:30. It's going to be a beautiful game. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I am drinking a Wilford Reserve for our Philadelphia Eagles as we get ready to take on San Fran. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Whew. All right. So, Bryce Huff. There are some things in this world when some players give you good things, some players give you bad things. Bryce Huff can talk all the bad stuff you want about Philadelphia. He came here last year, played a few games, had a sack, got a couple pressures, and won a ring. Now he went to San Fran. He still has some money that we're playing. And through the trade, he got 4 sacks with San Fran. through the trade, we got good draft picks from him. Listen, I'm not mad at the trade. I'm not mad at Bryce Huff or anything like that. I appreciate from what he was. I thought he was going to be a dynamic pass rusher for us. That turned out to be false. And you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. And with that one, we definitely missed. Let me get to some information about that. If I can find it in my phone. Well, I can't find it. It's okay. Let me get some more comments. Make sure special team don't cost us the game. Stupid penalties by Sidney Brown and Ringo. I don't think that's going to be the case. What I'm worried about on our special teams is our kicker. All right, Elliott, Jake Elliott need to get informed to playoff Elliott. All right, we can't afford to lose these games because Jake Elliott can't make a routine kick. You go back to some of our losses during the season. If he makes one of those if he makes the field goal that he missed, it's a different story, much different story. Richard Layton said our dark horse is Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson has been our dark horse for a very long time. If anybody know anything about Jahan Dotson, he went to Penn State. He got drafted in the first round for a reason, because not only was he a dynamic playmaker on offense, but special teams too. If you need somebody on special teams, you can use him as a kick return or punt return. Now, more or less, he is more like a capable distraction, I should say. But he is a very capable receiver. You saw in the Super Bowl, it should have been a touchdown. I'll be honest with you. That should have been a touchdown. Jada should have led him a little bit more so he could run under it. But it was a great pass, great route, and he beat the defender. Jahan Dotson was I think his second leading receiver in the Super Bowl. So he had pretty good stats in that Super Bowl, and I'm proud of him as a Penn State guy. The key to win would be the RPO offense. I totally agree with that. Because in 2017, when we lost Carson Wentz, we thought our season was over. Nick Foles stepped in there and played a hell of a backup position at quarterback. RPO made those linebackers respect our run game because we had a three-headed monster in LeGarrette Blount, Corey Clement, Jay Ajayi. These guys together collectively made linebackers, made safeties, made defensive coordinators really respect their ability to get extra yards or get yards off a run play. So that RPO was opening everything up. And of course, after that, everybody wanted to, copycat it. But in 2022, when we ran the RPO offense, we dominated. Jalen Hurts dominated. I don't think y'all realize Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. He might not have this arm strength as a Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes. He came in second in the Heisman Trophy running to Burrow. Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow didn't have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and Claire Allaire and all these other great guys that got drafted in the NFL, Jalen Hurts not only does he have an NFL MVP of Super Bowl MVP, he has a Heisman Trophy. That's how good he was with those receivers and stuff that he had in college. And it's the same thing here. I always talk about it's the team. Yes, it is the team. It is the team, but it's a team who's led by the field general, not the field manager. He is the general on the field for this offense. And how you do it with Jalen is how this offense go. Let me get to some more comments. Lane Johnson practicing for the first time. Whoo, man, I'm so excited. Pontero said their fan base are delusional as Cowboys saying that they are taking over the link. They are not taking over the link. I'm gonna be there. They're not taking over the link. Only fan base that needs police escort to the stadium. Oh man. So yeah, they're not taking over. They can go to the Rocky Steps. They can put the jersey on the Rocky statue. Please do that. Go ahead and do that. We want you to do that. Um so you can definitely get your ass kicked. Jeremiah Andrews, you're late. You got to take like 9 shots because you're late. We got Johnson and Dean back. Yes, we got Lane Johnson, N'Kobe Dean back. We got Jalen Carter. We're healthy. We're healthy. We're going this game healthy. As I think this. I think this is the most healthy this team has been since the last season we went into the playoffs. Let's be honest with you. Uh, I got to do this though. Shout out to the bar in Philadelphia that turned down. I think it was Ladder 15 or something like that. They turned down the 49ers fans that was going to have a 49ers takeover. So I guess the 49ers are going. The fans are going to do what the guy did last year and go to the Hard Rock or something like that. But shout out to the Letter 15. I had to shout them out real quick because they turned down the 49ers fans for not yeah, that's a hell of a tax. There is compensation for a lot of these draft picks. I had them somewhere. I don't know where I have them at. When you're here by yourself, it's hard to find things, and I swear I can't find it. But I know we got a high 5th round draft pick for Bryce Huff. It was finalized, and for Hassan Reddick, I think we got a high 3rd from the Jets. So yeah, Jeremiah, you got 3 shots. You're down 3 shots. We're on the 3rd quarter. You're down 3 shots. Let me drink. I got water here. Let me drink my water. So I think the keys to us winning this game is being efficient on offense. I have no question about what our defense is going to do. Vic Fangio against San Fran and Kyle Shanahan. You know he gives up 11 points, 6 points, 15 points, 9 points. He basically dominates. He's 8-1 against Kyle Shanahan. So I have all belief in everything that our defense is going to do. Their best receiver, pick Q, All Pro Q. I'm gonna call him All Pro Q. Y'all call him Q Bay and all this other jazz. All Pro Q. And let's not sugarcoat this game. We don't have to do anything special. Let's go in there and be the bullies of the NFC that we are. That's all we have to do. Appreciate you, Jeremiah. Whew. Oh man. Let's see. So the 49ers can't stop the run. So excited for the Eagles to pass 94% of the time. All right. I really think we're going to see playoff Saquon. Because last year, Saquon had a dominating game against the Rams, a dominating game against the Commanders, a very good game against the Packers. Um, I think this year we're going to see playoff Saquon. Like you say, playoff Steph, playoff LeBron, playoff MJ. I think that's what we're going to do. Phil, we make all defenses look great against the run. I don't think this is going to happen this week. They're going to try to get outside of us because, of course, you don't want to run CMC inside. You might use Brian Robinson Jr. inside, but CMC is going to try to get on the outside edge, and I think he's going to use Cooper to mirror CMC. I mean, that's the only way I would think about it. I'm not marrying Brock Purdy. I'm marrying CMC, and I'm putting one of my better interior defenders, who is Cooper DeJean, right? He has wherever CMC goes, Cooper, I need you to be there. I need you to be on his hip pocket. Everywhere he goes, you need to be there. All right. If he goes to the sideline to get a drink of water, I need you to be there and hand him the water. Oh man, Cooper the John. I call him Cooper the Gene. I call him his real name. Um, but there is I want to throw you this. The current healthy 49ers group is Curtis Robinson, Eric Kendricks, Garrett Willow, Jalen Graham, Kazir White. That's the healthy linebacker core for the 49ers. Back to what I was saying. And my brother Shell put out there, need to run the ball. We definitely need to not just run the ball to run the ball, but be efficient running the ball. All right. Be efficient running the ball. Not just getting 1 yard to carry, 3 yards to carry. I need Tyler Steen. That mean streak that you had, against the Commanders, Commodores, whatever you want to call them, and you start fighting, got kicked out the game. I need you to have that against these guys. I don't need you to play patty cake and let them get by you. All right. I don't need that this week. We don't need that this week. We need mean string Tyler Steen. Damn, that rhymes. I've been drinking a lot. Mean stream Tyler Steen. Yes. That's who we need, and that's what we need. All right. Let me get to some more comments real quick. Will Sirianni fire KP or will it be Howie? No, KP is going to get a job somewhere else. After we win this game, KP is going to get a job somewhere else. And therefore, we don't have to worry about the fire. And Mike McDaniels, it's not coming here. I'm going to tell you that right now. Mike McDaniels is not coming here. All right. I know they just fired the coach from Miami. He's not coming here. Because Vic Fangio has something to say about that. Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator, or Mike McDaniel was the head coach / offensive coordinator. When the player said he practiced the defense too hard, and he agreed with it. Like, no, that's not going to slide here. So that's definitely not going to slide here. Whew. Who do you think you get at offensive coordinator? I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we keep Kevin Petrudo. I saw a reel put by somebody on Instagram talking about all available positions to the NFL, these NFL teams. Said the perfect position for what this team needs. Every coach he went to, every team he went to, you say Kevin Petrudo. Brian Leftwich, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's an offensive coordinator. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's an offensive coordinator right now in college. I think he's happy where he's at, and I'm gonna check it right now. But I think he's American coach. He's at Marshall. Yeah, I don't think we get him right now. He's assistant coach right now with Pittsburgh? No, he ain't with Pittsburgh. Colorado. Oh, no, he ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. He's with Colorado. Yeah, he's with Colorado. Jeremiah, I have been drinking a lot, but I'm not in the show yet. I got another 10 minutes, so I'm gonna end this quarter. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
You are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. And here at Eagles Talk, the #1 Facebook group on Facebook, we like to do something different. We like to drink our favorite drink. I am doing the Wilford Reserve. Let me know what you're drinking out there. It's the white label. It tastes very, very, very good. And it pairs good with a cigar. If you have a good cigar, this pairs well with it. Let me know what you're drinking out there. As I'm not going to throw the flag on myself. Um, but Brian Leftwich, yes, he's an assistant coach with Dion in Colorado, so that's not happening. He's not coming here. All right, and we're not worrying about that. All right, I'll be honest with you, we're not worrying about offensive coordinators at this junction. All right, we have what we have. You dance with the girl you took to the prom. You know, so right now KP is the guy that we. I said the guy is the guy that we have. So therefore, he has to step his game up. All right, and not only does he have to step his game up, all right, we put a lot of onus on our offensive coordinator, but we're not realizing that some of this stuff falls back on our offensive line not playing up to par. You know, holding and sustaining the blocks. There's a lot of things that if you don't go back and watch the tape, that you can blame on the offensive coordinator all you want. All the hitch routes, all the same shotgun run plays. Yes, all the time Saquon got hit in the backfield. Saquon got hit in the backfield. That means somebody then sustained the block. All right, let me know what you're drinking out there as we toast to our Philadelphia Eagles as we get to play, get ready to play our playoff wild card game against the Philadelphia 49ers. I will be there with my wife. Shout out to my wife as I took her to the opening game as they revealed the banner of our championship. Um, and now she's reciprocating the thing and taking me to the playoff game, which is awesome. Listen, I'm excited. At first, I was going to go. I'm like, it's a wild card game. I want to sit home and relax. But you know what? How many playoff games do you get a chance to go to? I'm not gonna say how many playoff games I've been to. I've been to a lot. But to our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, salute to the as we get ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Down the hatch, 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth quarter.
Whew. Yes. Yes, Jeremiah. Yeah, I'm talking about KP a little bit too much. I do humbly agree with that assessment. As you're I need to put like your the producer thing in the air and say, listen, you're talking about KP too much, move on. I need that. You also see you dance with her until she go to the bathroom, then you dance with someone else. Then you get stabbed. No, I'm joking. Michelle, hey, Rachel, you're late. You're late. Look, my left eye is getting low, so that means I'm about to get in the show. I've been rhyming all day. I've been rhyming all night because I'm getting ready for this game as the Philadelphia Eagles is going to put on a show. Go Birds! I'm excited and late. Yes, yes, you are. But you know what? You won your fantasy league, so therefore you can be late. All right, you can be late because you are the champion, like we are the defending champion, and we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna do this thing this weekend. All right. I look forward to seeing a difference in our offense. I look forward to seeing a more upbeat offense. They talked about you're 9 shots behind. I'm not 9 shots behind. Oh, $400. Hey, let me get a buck. No, so I'm looking forward to seeing some things in this offense that was sprinkled in during the season. All right, there were a lot of different concepts that were sprinkled in during the season that I talked about briefly. That we really didn't go back to, but they were successful. Like a double crossing route, right? When you have a low level crossing route at about 5 yards, and you have a deeper crossing route between 10 and 15 yards, like that is always going to be open. You have comeback routes, zigzag routes. You have uh, a slant and a post. You have a slant and an out. You have double moves. I think we're going to see more double moves in this game than we've seen all season. All right, double curl and go. Why not? Why not? I think we're going to be we're gonna be okay this game because this game we need to get right. Jackie Myers, DK, okay. Dark Knight is under the weather, so he's not going to be on until Sunday. But you will have Dark Knight. You should have Nichelle, and you probably will have my brother. But I will not be on. I will not be on because I will be at the game. I'll be tailgating as early as 9 o'clock in the morning. In the Lincoln Financial Field lot. Shout out to my wife again. Um, Going to various tailgates, getting ready for this game and getting lit because I need to get lit. Uh, well, 7 now. Listen, I'm not taking no more shots. High five. Listen, if you're going to the game, let me know. Shoot me a DM. My name is Patrick Sandlin on Facebook. You can find me. Look, my name here is at DJ Full Effect. You can find me anywhere. If you're going to the game, let me know if you're going to the game. I will be there. I will bring a bottle. We could take shots. We could toast to our Philadelphia Eagles. We could take a video and put it to our group and recognize you. Let me know if you come to the game because I would love to have a collage of Eagles Talk fans at the game. That would be awesome. This tailgate. There are a lot of different things that's going on in the game, and I love going to the Eagles game. Our first full year as Eagles Talk, we did it on the phone. Our second year, our Super Bowl year, we was at the stadium. Every single game, we was at the stadium. In the playoffs, after the wild card, we were at like Buffalo Wild Wings, not Buffalo Wild Wings. Where we at? Miller's Ale House. I'm sorry, Miller's Ale House for the playoff games, and that was a great success, and I love it. But until then, shout out to my wife because she's the one that got the tickets. We see you in K Lot. Uh, Jackie said, "I'll be in Oakland." He said, "I ain't gonna come. I'll be in nice, warm Oakland." Hey, Jackie, I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you. Um, and before I sign off, because I'm more in the show in about 2 minutes. I do gotta say one more thing to my grandfather. If y'all don't know, my grandfather, Ganny Barksdale, he did pass on December 22nd. He loved his Philadelphia Eagles. We sat here and watched the Super Bowl in 2022 together, and he cursed them out for losing that game. And he was a great man. He lived to be 94. It's not too many men in the world that live to be 94. There was a saying, four score and 10 and all this other jazz. He got four score, 10 and 4. He got to live his full life and be great. And may he rest in eternal peace with my grandmother, my cousin Lou, and our family. And I appreciate him because right now I'm in a house that he built during the show. So shout out to my grandfather, Ganny G. Barksdale, as he gets funeralized on the next Tuesday. But for our Philadelphia Eagles, as we get ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you for your condolences. Thank you for all of that. But 94 Summers, listen, he lived a great life. He lived a great life. I appreciate y'all. And it's good that we can come to Eagles Talk and be direct and be serious and have fun at the same time. I love you all. I'm not gonna be on here on Sunday. Dark Knight will be here. My brother will be here. Nichelle will be here, and they will take over as I will be at the game. Maybe I'll tune. I'll tag in from the game from the parking lot during the post game of the pregame, especially after the W, because I'm foreseeing it right now. We're going to win. We're going to win this game, and I'm going to tell you my prediction right now. All right, as long as we can do the necessary, uh, um, grind the necessary things out. All right, grind the necessary things out, meaning the dirty work, the defensive line, the offensive line, winning that line of scrimmage, being focal in our secondary, being fundamentally sound, making tackles when it needs to be made, making plays when it's need to be had. I believe we can win this game with much more points than those San Francisco 49ers. All right. Um, I don't think that the 49ers pose too much of a threat like they did before. I'll be honest with you. Before the 49ers, I was nervous. I always been nervous about the 49ers because that team in itself is a good team. They're fundamentally run sound. Um the, it's hard to sit here and say that the San Francisco 49ers is not a good they're not a good football team. They are a good football team. They have went with Brock Purdy. They went to the Super Bowl. Even though they didn't win a Super Bowl, they still went to a Super Bowl. So therefore, they possess a trait that these other teams in this conference don't. Besides the Rams, they are a threat to our crown. And being that they are a threat to our crown, we have to go at their throat. We have to dominate this game against the San Francisco 49ers. Not just handily win it. We need to dominate this game against the San Francisco 49ers. All right? We need to go out there and bust they ass. Since I'm not going to be here, I'm going to put our winning bunny up there, the DarkKnight, the peppermint mocha. I know he's looking at it like, why you put it up there? But also going to put up my grandfather. As you can see, shout out to my grandfather, man. I love him, miss him, but I know he did a lot of things for us. So, to our Philadelphia Eagles, salute to all our fans. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all after the game. After we win this game. Fly, Eagles, fly. Make sure you tune into the pregame show with the DarkKnight, Shell, and Nichelle. Sunday, they should start the show at about 3:15, 3:25. Because the game starts at 4:25. So for myself, DarkKnight, Nichelle, my brother Shell, who's in town, and all our Eagles family, we love you. We appreciate y'all. Peace.
We go live in 5, 4, 3, 2. Smash him up, crack that fool. Quarterback whack, yo, sack that fool. Hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him.